It's official, guys. The timeline for the Ripple Bull Run has been made public. And what's going to happen? It might be the largest transfer of wealth in history. I'll fix that. The largest wealth transfer in history will take place. We're not discussing hopium or rumors. That's not what we do here. Institutional confirmation is the topic of our discussion. Direct from the NASDAQ, T. Rowe Price, and even guess who? The Federal Reserve. Global asset managers are now moving in unison as the puzzle pieces, Ripple, RLUSD, the Fed, and others, finally align. This is more significant than Bitcoin. This surpasses the approvals of exchange-traded funds. Beautiful XRP is at the heart of the institutional liquidity deluge, which is only getting started. Well, stay in because at the end of this video you will learn exactly when the next leg of the XRP bull run is predicted to start, why the elites are suddenly discussing it, and how it all connects to an already occurring global financial reset. This is it, people. This marks the start of our upcoming chapter. Make sure you have a channel subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please give it a thumbs up. The more thumbs up we receive, the more YouTube will promote this video, since everyone who is interested in cryptocurrency and XRP needs to hear what we have to say. And this is where we are beginning. The paper appears on your screen. No one anticipated this. Nobody. Price of Tiro. Among the top 5 active managers worldwide is this one. The top 5 people recently filed, and you can see the active crypto ETF right here. On the surface, that might seem insignificant, but consider this. T. Rowe conservative mutual funds were the foundation of their business. Folks, they don't chase hype. In mutual funds, they are. Their decision to enter the cryptocurrency space signifies just one thing. The institutional green light just turned on, and everyone isn't simply playing Bitcoin. The whole market for digital assets is seeing a land rush. We are formally approaching the point at which traditional finance recognizes that they will be permanently left behind if they do not assert their claim and tokenize value immediately. This is something I've been discussing in my live performances every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We discuss the story. This is the bull run's institutional side. This will be your final bull run, and this is where your significant money will go into the utility side of things. We're ahead of schedule. How frightful is that? It's mind-blowing that after 8 years here, I still believe we're early. Just to give you a quick update, I've been receiving a ton of direct messages from folks who want to know how to position themselves before this bull run's next phase. It's easy. People, it doesn't matter how much cryptocurrency you own. What matters is that you are involved in it. There are a few items you must have ready. First, all of your cryptocurrency winnings must go through a corporate account rather than your personal one. Whether you make it $50,000 or $50,000, I don't care. It's your responsibility to handle this on your own. That's what we established. I walk you through it, give you advice, and get you moving. You must be working on your tax plan. You must be aware of the best times to enter and exit markets. This is the reason I have those one-on-one calls, so you should watch all of my videos below, register, sign up, schedule a call, and receive the free newsletter. There's a link to it underneath. Enter your email address and sign up for the newsletter. All of the information will be released there before YouTube even receives it. And people, take a look. That man on your screen is Eric Trump. He's probably someone you know. He simply stepped up his efforts. It's a triple down, in my opinion. By the end of this year, Bitcoin will reach $200,000, and eventually it will reach $1 million. That's the crazy part. He's right. The problem is that this is a diversion rather than a discussion about Bitcoin. Institutions are amassing assets that genuinely facilitate money transfers and tokenize the new world, such as utility currencies, XRP, Ethereum, Solana, Chainlink, and Ando, while the general public is fixated on Bitcoin. The smart money is piling up on the tracks that Bitcoin will eventually settle via, but they are advertising it because they want to generate liquidity. You are aware that the XRP ledger will be on that train. Who built that rail, do you know? The Ripple. They did. People are looking at this right now. This is enormous. I'll blow this up. According to Bloomberg, there are 155 crypto ETF filings that follow 35 digital assets. You had better flee immediately if your asset is not on this list, will not have an exchange-traded fund, and has no foreseeable future. Not all alternative currencies will endure. I have discussed that. I have discussed that for the last 2 years. You have to exercise extreme caution. The assets that will endure are those where these institutional funds will be able to move in and purchase them, and where the institutions will be your bulwark going forward. Additionally, according to Bloomberg, we may witness 200 plus ETS in the upcoming year. That's not a market, people. An assault of institutional exposure is what that is. There will be billions of dollars in fresh demand for each fund that is introduced. And the utility era began when those ETFs began monitoring XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Chainlink, and Ando. The stage that will cause XRP's actual value to rise into the double digits. Then you know what? Why not continue with the ETF theme? It simply postponed its XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana ETFs until November 6th, 2025, due to ETF trust. Not too shabby? Not a few weeks away, isn't it? Nowadays, the majority of individuals fear when they see this. Do not panic. It's a calculated wait. The end of the current Fed cycle may coincide with that date. I assume you understand what that entails. When interest rates decline, XRP ETFs see a surge in liquidity as soon as your institutional capital returns to the market. Do you see where this is headed? The timeline for the bull run. It's not arbitrary, it's planned. And the Nasdaq just acknowledged that institutional interest in tokens like XRP is growing beyond Bitcoin. The fact that it's expanding beyond Bitcoin and that we're beginning to grasp its foundations and other uses when you consider the institutional use cases for the digital asset market is also positive, in my opinion, Nick. Yes, exactly. And Bitcoin, in my opinion, was the early mover in this regard. However, I prefer to think of this as the creation of a new financial wallet system. We have Bitcoin, so imagine the wallet of tomorrow. They are the digital equivalent of gold. Sitting inside, they function as a limited supply, borderless transactions, and a password-protected self-custodial system rather than a vault. Very censorship-resistant store of value, whether you're hedging against inflation or sort of avoiding local currency upheaval. Ethereum is another option, thus the app platform is that. Ethereum, then, is the app store for the wallet. You may trade, borrow, or earn yield without a bank thanks to smart contracts. Furthermore, having ETH is essentially equivalent to storing petrol in an open-source, round-the-clock global financial operating system. You also have XRP. Thus, they serve as the bridge across the boundary. Additionally, XRP functions primarily in the background of that immediate FX bridge. Therefore, banks can reduce remittance expenses from 7% to less than 1% by converting dollars to XRP, beaming it overseas in 3 seconds, and cashing it out in local currency. The high-speed rail system, Solana, is another option. Therefore, Solana offers the commuter rail, which processes hundreds of transactions every second for minuscule rates. Thus, you might not even be aware that your loyalty point redemption, in-game purchase, or tube tap is using the Solana rails. Next, we have coins that are stable. As tokenized dollars, stablecoins like USDC are fully backed by short-term treasuries and may be cleared anywhere, at any time. It's already en route. Additionally, XRP will be more than just valuable when the world awakens. It will be impenetrable.